Today we're going to be rebuilding the Pittsburgh Steelers here on Madden 26 franchise, and I gotta say, this is probably going to be the worst timed rebuild of the year. While the Steelers are 2-1, I think most Steelers fans, especially the realists, will tell you things could get bad very soon. The Jets took them a 60-yard field goal for them to win that game, which, hey, more power to Boswell, that's great, but that is not a field goal where you're like, hey, final drive of the game, win or lose. Hell yeah, dude, 60-yard field goal. I love our odds. You know, this isn't a 40, 45, or even 50-yard field goal. This isn't a situation where your team drove down for a realistic chance to win the game. This is a Boswell bailed us the F out. They had a pretty decent drive, completely sold it right at the end, and thankfully for them, Boswell's that guy. Then, of course, the Patriots, they won by 7, despite the Patriots turning the ball over 5 times. Multiple turnovers in the red zone / goal line. It's just 2 games that they probably should have lost. Now, I will say, I had the mistake with Caleb Johnson against the Seahawks. Maybe that completely changed around and they would have won that game. Who knows? But right now, the Steelers are very lucky to be 2-1. And you look at their upcoming schedule, taking on the Vikings, Browns, Bengals, Packers, Colts, Chargers, Bengals again, Bears, Bills, Ravens. I mean, I have them losing more games during that stretch than winning. And honestly, depending on what the Bengals do at quarterback, they might not win another game till December 15th against the Dolphins. It's very possible. And I'm not saying this from a hater standpoint. I want Rodgers to do well. I think all of the, the Packers fans that were like, I even seen during the Jets, it was like there was a bar where they were giving out free drinks if Rodgers got hurt. Like, I don't wish ill will on people, but I should not say anything else. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers, Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback. I know there's some hype there, and the numbers look all right, but personally, from what I'm seeing, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not loving it. I think Aaron Rodgers has all the arm talent in the world. I think that's what's maybe distracting people over the last even 5 years, is that he can still make every single throw. The problem is, I think the processing speed slowed down a bit. I think he's struggling to read defenses. I think teams are actually able to trick him now, and I think that's why you're seeing those mistakes. You're seeing him hold the ball too long, which is what's leading to, they get the ball off a fumble, 3 and out. They're one of the worst teams in the league right now for time of possession, and it's because they're not sustaining drives. Now, I will say that Rodgers over the last 5 years has been on some pretty bad teams. Sorry to say, Steelers fans, Jets fans, even fellow Packers fans. The last 5 years, the teams Rodgers has been on are not very good teams. This offensive line right now is not playing super well. The receiving options. If you're playing a Madden franchise, do you like your offense right now? Let's say Rodgers at 99 overall. If you're the guys around him, do you love Warren? Do you love wide receiver 2 and 3? Do you even love Freiermuth? I know Muth is still loved by Steelers fans, and he is a good player, but he has not quite been the guy they thought he was going to be when he first joined the league, right? He's still very good, but he's not like that guy. He was supposed to be a top 5 for years and years and years, and he really hasn't been that guy. But even him, he's way better than some of the other guys they have on this team. Like, they need a wide receiver 2. They need a wide receiver 3 to emerge. Running back, Jaylen Warren, with some of the highlights I've seen, I thought this guy was killing it, but not really. And of course, that does kind of go back to the offensive line. And really, teams not believing Rodgers is that guy anymore. They're stacking the box. They're not afraid of the pass anymore. They never used to be able to do that. But now, obviously, with the age and whatnot, and I guess lack of weapons, even though Metcalf is still that guy, they're able to do that more. And obviously, the run game is struggling. Kenneth Gainwell looks decent, I suppose. But Caleb Johnson, he was supposed to maybe be, Najee Harris's replacement. And I don't know if it's just because of the special teams blunder, which I suppose I should mention. With them being 2-1, they could have been 3-0. I think that's the reason why he's not playing, but yeah, it's not a good sign. Why is he not playing? Is that really the reason? Either way, I don't love the offense, but more importantly, this defense is supposed to be like the Denver Broncos carrying Peyton Manning, and it has not been that at all. I know you have the turnovers argument with the Patriots, but personally, when I see fumbles, even though I know a lot of those were actually punch-outs, they were deserved fumbles most of the time, if not all of them, I still think luck. I still think lucky, because we see it all the time. People, punching the ball out, trying to punch the ball out, and the ball doesn't come out. I think that's more of a Patriots making mistakes than the Steelers making great plays, because this Steelers defense has been giving up pretty much 30 points a game outside of that Patriots game, and I don't know what else to think about it, right? TJ Watt's still TJ Watt. Cameron Hayward's, back with a vengeance, and Jalen Ramsey is He's insane, dude. He, like, I wouldn't say single-handedly closed out that Jets game, but he kind of did. He had, like, 2 back-to-back plays, which were freaking insane. But I still think this defense is being propped up more by the names than it really should be, right? This defense has not been what everyone thought it was going to be thus far. Got to say thus far because there's still plenty of time. But, yeah, as of right now, this team, insanely lucky to be 2-1. Pretty tough-looking schedule coming up. And I'm not sure what's going to happen. Regardless, if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, appreciate continuing support on the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PK Plays for non-Madden content. Been playing Borderlands 4 over there, so check it out. Make sure you have the bell notification to all so you can see when the next videos are up. And the biggest thing you do is let me know what team you want to see next. Thinking maybe Colts, even though they don't really need a rebuild. But let's maybe get to them before Daniel Jones is 99 overall. Perhaps. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I like Jabril Peppers, but in game, I'm not really sure what I can do with him. Same with Cole Holcomb. He's kind of holding up the linebacker unit a little bit. Because if I'm not mistaken, again, I can't watch every single team. If I watched all 32 teams start to finish, it's actually literally impossible. Even if you have like Red Zone, you're still not watching every single thing. But is Patrick Queen not the best, right? Like from what I've heard, I've seen things like effort issues even. I'm pretty sure that's who it was I seen things on. But, yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Let me know. Am I wrong? Am I right? But looking at re-signings, yeah, a lot of guys that are on the older side. Rodgers retires like 99% of the time, year one. So if we want to win a Super Bowl, we got to do it right now. You damn best believe he's probably going to be the thumbnail, but still, we got to do it right now. I will say this is one of the hardest teams to rebuild in the game right now. And, of course, they have the focus on quarterback automatically, which, you know what? We need one pretty bad. Why not, dude? Why not just let it fly? Or we will need one pretty badly, I should say. But yeah, that might be the first time in, like, rebuild history, like, realistic style rebuild, not fantasy draft or challenge rebuild, where I don't want to re-sign any of the players in year one. It is usually there's going to be at least a few. I don't want to re-sign any of these guys. Like, let me know. In real life, sure, 29, 30 is not the end of the world, but a Madden rebuild, I don't want Peppers, Holcomb, Thornhill, Chuck Clark, even Calvin Austin, Suamalu, Gainwell, Scott Miller, apparently not Scotty, maybe Hayward, Parham, Slay, Pete, Lowry, Killebrew, McCullum, Rodgers, Waitman, or Broderick Jones long-term, right? I don't want any of these guys long-term. Can they be helpers for a short period of time, and especially in real life? Yeah, I imagine so, as the Bengals are 7-2. So stupid, dude. Hey, yeah, how about that? How about that? We actually might make the damn playoffs. What the hell's going on here? Yeah, I don't know. I don't need these older players in my life. Hey, look, Niles Hodges, the X Factor. If you don't know why I said that, because maybe you haven't watched the last rebuild, we get the same draft classes if you're on a specific starting point of the week, which I don't know why they would have decided to do that. So stupid in my opinion, but that's why I try every time I do these rebuilds on a specific week, I try not to look at the draft recap, because I don't want any intel. I only want to know about the players I drafted, so those are the players I can either avoid or, if I think it's fair, take them. Right? Like, I'm not going to take Hodges in this one because, well, I think Caleb Johnson could be our long-term running back, and in general, I don't want to cheese it, right? But you can see here, 7-9 at best, 8-9. Rodgers is going to retire, missing the playoffs yet again. Yep, there you go, 7-9. I mean, didn't change the scheme or anything like that. Actually, a really good stretch when I talked about, games I expected them to lose, Vikings, potentially Browns, Bengals, all these different teams. They actually won a lot of games. I think that would, if they could get to this Bengals game, win this Bengals game with this win-loss, I think that's a dub. But then, bad things happen from there. The Raiders actually 8-9 made it. Pretty rough season from Rodgers. I know at 41, you're looking, that's actually pretty good, but it's not good enough, right? In today's NFL, it's not good enough to make the playoffs, win the Super Bowl most of the time. You got to have Jalen Hurts' running back situation and team around him to be doing that. This team doesn't have that at the moment. Calvin Austin, pretty good. Metcalf, not what you would expect from him. This is a complete regression from previous years with their receiving unit. Again, I get it. Maybe you're not a huge fan of Pickens' mentality or whatnot, but it is just so weird to go from like, hey, we got Pickens. We just need a number 2 wide receiver. Oh, Metcalf. Maybe Pickens is the number 2 now. Metcalf 1. Who cares? I don't care. He's great. This is awesome. And then losing him. It's like, I don't know what you're doing. Like, I don't know what you're doing. What do you want? Why did you do this? Like, that is just such a Madden move. Oh, let's trade Pickens for another wide receiver pretty similar to him. Just a little bit faster. I don't know. I personally don't get it. Maybe it's just they knew his contract situation was not going to be great, even though Metcalf got paid a lot of money anyways. Either way, Niners, Jaguars. I know the Niners have a lot of Super Bowls all time, but kind of an interesting matchup, right? Obviously, I'd say most people would say Jaguars win this in their like heart, what they want. But also, how the hell are the Jaguars here? Am I missing something? 9-8, they lose. Niners winning. I mean, there's some moments of the Niners where I believe in them. There's some moments, but crazy Super Bowl matchup there for sure. Looking at the numbers, Caleb Johnson probably going to be our running back 1. And yeah, we need a wide receiver situation. Quarterback needs an upgrade. Defensively, Holcomb goes to superstar. Porter to superstar. Actually, a pretty big dev up there. Not bad at all. And yeah, barely going up in overall, though, which is a little disappointing. But regardless of the point, to the offseason, the one thing we were all obviously very keen on, because we knew that, I mean, I personally knew that there was no chance, right? Cameron Hayward retires. Rodgers retires. Slay retires. Some pretty damn good overalls there retiring on us. But yeah, realistically, our odds pretty damn low. Pretty damn low. Maybe thought we could get a lucky playoff run, but yeah, realistically, that was just never going to happen. Look at the negotiations again. A lot of money, but just players I don't need. I get it. Holcomb's a superstar now, but he's 30. He's 76 overall. I can't do anything with that. That's just not going to win us games. Need higher overalls across the board. So that's what we're going to do. Go to free agency. Hopefully, one of those said higher overalls is there available for us. We're bringing back Justin Fields, aren't we? Looking at free agency. Wilkins. Don't know if the Steelers need that in their lives. Moton, Reader. Pretty bad free agent group, sadly. Najee Harris, torn ACL, unfortunately, is back in free agency. Tevin Jenkins. Do I trust the injury stuff there? I don't know. Maybe. So far, not looking great. Nakobe Dean is definitely someone we focus on. 80 overall is actually not bad. Christian Watson's a free agent. I mean, that's not a bad 2, but you're kind of getting another Metcalf type and the injury concerns, and be kind of funny, right as Rodgers leaves. But yeah, pretty weak free agent group. We'll see if we want to add somebody other than Nakobe Dean. I can't say for sure we will. All right, here's our targeted. Wanting Tevin, wanting Nakobe, and wanting Christian Watson. Let's see if we get any of them. Let's hope. Wow. I genuinely cannot believe that's who we got. I thought for sure Nakobe was ours. I can't believe it. Goes to the Saints, which that's a bit of a head scratcher for sure. And then where the hell is Nakobe? Goes to the Rams. That makes sense. That is understandable. Offered him more money, but, the Saints are a little bit better of a win-now team, assuming, Stafford didn't retire. But yeah, I can't believe the best we could do is Christian freaking hamstring Watson. We're in the draft. We have pick 11, and like I said in the Panthers franchise video yesterday, I might feel a little bit sicker and sound sicker for the rebuild today. Which, hey, not too bad. Not too bad. Of course, I did the intro, and then I was like, I don't know, dude. I'm gonna leave it for now. Probably shouldn't have. I don't sound too bad, I don't think, but it's affecting me. By Saturday's videos, it's probably going to sound pretty rough. But here we are, pick 11. Is actually a pretty good quarterback. Now, he is 23, which you guys know, not a huge fan of the 23-year-old rookies, but if it is a top 5, I am willing to take them, of course. And it being a quarterback, I am even more willing. So we're going to try to hump all the way, I almost said hump, all the way up to number 1. And you might be thinking, why would the Saints trade away this pick? They need a QB. Well, Rattler wasn't that bad. I think I can make the argument that the Saints would give Rattler another chance. I think 3,600 yards, 27 touchdowns, 11 picks is pretty damn good, actually. So I think they're going to give him another chance. And with that, we are going to try to trade up to number 1, which could cost us a fortune. I don't know if we can do it. I am offering a 2 firsts, 2 seconds, 2 thirds to go from 11 to 1, and they aren't taking it. I might be trading for Spencer Rattler. Let's see. Did he go? He doesn't. The Panthers probably don't need QB. The Broncos don't. But I'm still willing to go all the way up to number 2, just because. Should cost significantly less, though. So we might be able to get away with a 2 and a 3. Yeah, almost a 2 and a 3 versus losing all of that, which is still a lot, but it could be worse. I don't really want to give up both of these thirds, but I might have to. Yeah, we're going to have to get rid of both these thirds. But if you can find your franchise quarterback and you still have remnants of a starting caliber squad, it's definitely worth it. I mean, even if you don't, you think you got your franchise quarterback, you got to go for him, right? Pick 2 overall, we have killed our draft class, but Gabe Spiegel looks great. Hoping for the best. Please be hidden. 3 overall, true talent. I can live with that. 78 plus probably. Hidden Dev, 96 throw power. Fantastic. Actually, Spiegel might have been the guy that was on the Raiders in the last rebuild we did, which, or maybe it wasn't him. Maybe it was. I can't remember, but Spiegel, I sounds familiar, but I don't remember because, like I said, I didn't look at the draft class because I didn't want to spoil it for myself. And then looking at the O-line, we're probably going to have to move down for UDFAs. Same with DT. And yeah, we obviously did not have the draft we were hoping we would, but again, it's the QB position. You got to do it. We go to the Niners. We get a late 4th this year. I think a late 6th and then a 7th next year, which we're probably still going to move this 4th round pick into like the late 5th or 6th, something around that. Need more draft picks. The hell is this? I don't want that. That's fine. Rams, give me that 5th round pick. Might even go one more time. One more time to like the 6th round. The Browns are giving me this now, which why not? I'll do it. All right, to the end of the 5th round, we start taking some players. No idea if any of these UDFAs are good, but we are going to take them. So we have a day 3er. Favors we know for a fact is star dev, but I don't think we ever started him. I'm pretty sure he was just a backup the entire way. Maybe the final season he got to start when, one of the linemen needed a contract and we decided not to pay him. But overall, yeah, I'm glad we got Christian Watson from free agency, I'll tell you that much, because otherwise it would have been the Metcalf show again, which, yeah, I mean, it's not the best, wide receiver 2 in the world to have because he's not like the longest term player, but still better than not having him for sure. And I really don't know what to do here because I think all these linemen are kind of mid. I think they're all really mid. So I'm going to take a chance on Stevenson, but I don't expect much. I really don't. What if he's... Okay, that's not bad. Although normal is. Then we take a nose tackle, Sam Fox, which, I mean, it shores up the DT position a bit, I think. And then decently fast, Jose Vallejo. Vallejo. Either way, normal dev, probably never going to play saying his name more than any other player that we have not a plan to start in the history of rebuilds. And then we'll take the rest of the linemen. Again, I don't expect much, but maybe we get lucky. Not with McAllister, I'll tell you that much. And then the next one, Ziegler. Let's see if he's there. A lot of draft picks of those trade downs, which didn't really add too much, but we'll take the depth. Why not? And with this one, 161. Also normal, though. I mean, those guys are good picks, especially for 7th rounders, but I need the hidden, man. But here we go. Draft recap. How we looking? Oh, that is a lot better than 78 overall. Yeah, 23 doesn't mean a whole lot when they're goated, huh? That is A-okay in my book. We're number 8. Okay. I mean, it's definitely something. Let's take a look at the dev X Factor. Superstar. Okay, fair enough. I mean, 81 overall. He could be a normal dev at 81 overall. I'm happy. Superstar, beyond happy. Any sort of superstar, I think, is obviously great. Yeah, we needed 2 linemen. We don't necessarily think we've done that. But if we have to start one of these normal devs, we'll do it. Didn't really cost us much in the future. Thankfully, that QB did not go 1 overall because our plans would have been completely ruined. And I hope for the Saints' sake that guy is good. Oh, he is solid. Okay, they would have had to trade back up. And I don't know if you could do that, so... Yeah, you land a guy like this for apparently your franchise quarterback in Spencer Rattler. I don't necessarily blame him. I think it's not a bad pick, all things considered. See what the Broncos ended up with, though. I forgot it glitches out your thing, but we can see right there, rolling an 81 overall, 93 speed corner, which I don't even feel like they need that much, but hey, good player is a good player, and I will force quit the game because of another bug EA will never fix. Here is the roster for season number 2. Definitely not our best work, but this quarterback could very easily become a top 15 QB by the end of the season, which is immeasurable. So obviously trading off all those picks, totally worth it in my opinion. Hoping, it's really tough because I really don't know what to do for the training camp. Do I get Metcalf +2? Do I get Watson +2 and hope he develops? I don't know. He's 27. I don't know how you develop at 27. So I'm going to just go hard on Metcalf, see if we can get someone. But then we paid Watson a 3-year. So it's like, I wish I could develop both. That's all I can say. But yeah, Johnson's going to be our starter now, and everyone else is pretty much the same on offense. Defense, Fox is going to be in the number 3 spot, playing the nose tackle spot. Vallejo is going to be our free safety. Linebackers, I wish we could have got more, but this is the best we could do while trading up. That's really all I can say. Free agency was kind of weak, and we didn't get some of the players we were hoping for. It could be worse. All right, resigning Porter, obviously. Queen, probably. Benton, I think. Washington, believe it or not, yes. We have a rookie deal quarterback. Why not keep 2 pretty damn good tight ends? Herbig, probably not. We're not even using Sawyer much. Broderick Jones, definitely not. But yeah, a little surprised that some of these guys haven't developed a little bit better. Like, Porter became a superstar, and he's still pretty low, dude. But we'll do a 4-year deal here, and hopefully him and Ramsey could just be the top 2 corners on this team throughout this thing. We'll see, but we'll pay Queen, in theory. Yeah, there we go. Those rookie quarterback contracts, dude, I don't know what to tell you. They're just so nice. You just don't feel a worry in the world for re-signings because, you just don't have to worry. Benton, I don't know, man. I mean, you kind of need 3 DTs for this, 3/4 defense, so we'll keep him for a 2-year, but I don't know if I'll do anything more than that. And then, of course, like we said, Washington. The rest, though, will be going to free agency. To the playoffs, which, sadly, we will not be in. Take a look at how our season ended, which will be with a win, to be fair. But yeah, obviously not playoffs. 7-10. Can't really make the playoffs at 7-10. Looking at the win-loss. Really bad start. Decent second half finish. We ended up trying out the Titans playbook. Didn't really work. We went to the Falcons for the final 3 weeks. Looked a little bit better. Gabe Spiegel did throw a lot more picks in that span, though. He went from 27 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, to 32 touchdowns, 14 picks, but they won more games. So I'm not really sure what's going on there, but Caleb Johnson over 1,000 yards, under 4 yards per carry, sadly, though. 6 touchdowns. Watson should go to superstar, though. Metcalf was pretty good. Freiermuth was really good. And then Wilson, not bad. I love the numbers. I think the numbers are pretty good. Just obviously not really the win total. Pass rush. This is not bad. 18 sacks for TJ Watt, 11.5 for Highsmith. Wish the DTs did more, but they have tackles for loss, right? It's not terrible. Picks, couple picks here and there. Kicking Boswell, tried to offer him a 1-year 5. He said no, so we'll see what happens if he's not retired. Let's take a look if we won any awards. Watson could have won Best Wide Receiver. Mahomes is your MVP. We do win Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year, no for us. Defensive Rookie of the Year, no for us. Yeah, disappointing. Didn't win Best Rookie despite the fact that we had a freaking quarterback. That's tough. Not even in the top 10 for QBs on the AFC side, which is crazy. But sure, I guess. Wide receiver. Am I missing something? Okay, there he is at 5. I was about to say, is he not on the list? TJ Watt with Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, Boswell and TJ Watt. That's basically it. Nobody else got an award win. But still some okay, games in there or seasons in there for some of the players. Watson obviously was great, and the running back was decent. But yeah, just a little disappointing. But we're on the right trajectory. We just need these draft picks to not be wasted on a trade-up, but I can't really say wasted, but you know what I mean. We lost them on the trade-up, which costed us a little bit of development, but you got to take the QB when he's there. We had no options. The Seahawks win the Super Bowl over the Chargers. Interesting. Chargers, maybe that's a playbook we try out. Looking at the offensive side of the ball, Caleb Johnson, not bad, actually. 84 overall, but I will say one thing that does look bad, Christian Watson. How in the world did he go up in dev over 1,000 yards, good touchdowns, and he went up 1 whole overall on the season? That is horrible. 150% XP sliders and just no dev up for you. Kind of insane, actually. Also, is Freiermuth already regressing? No, he's not. I thought that's at -4 or +4, meaning he would be 83 overall. He's not regressing just yet. That worried me a little bit, but it's going to be coming soon, to be fair. Now we look at the defensive side of the ball. We're talking about regressions. Yeah, you're going to see some regressions with probably TJ Watt, probably Highsmith. Free safety he did go up quite a bit in overall, but not go up in dev. Porter goes up to 84. That's 1 whole overall. Yeah, I don't know what it is, dude. The slider is just like, if you don't kill it as a rookie, it's a GG. That's basically how it goes. Ramsey also regressing pretty significantly here. We've got like 1 final year with him being like truly elite. He's already a little iffy in the coverage, so Yeah, final year of him. We're going to be looking for a cornerback soon as well. And Boswell does actually retire. Jalen Mills also retires. Interesting. All right, negotiations. Fautanu barely developing, and the rest we will be letting go. All right, let's take a look at the free agency. Zay Flower. Ooh, what do I do with Watson? But at the same time, why do I care? Do I care about what I do with Watson? Probably not. Alan Jenkins at guard, definitely fitting. Alan Jenkins is just that guy. He's just like the guy you can play all over the offensive line. And when he's in free agency and you need a lineman, which you likely will, he's just the savior. I will say, Zay Flowers going to the Steelers would be kind of insane. But at the same time, we have all this money, and wide receiver is one of our biggest positional needs. In real life, I think, the Steelers would be fine with Watson. They said he had a crazy year, but in game, I can't really do anything with an 81 overall. So I'm going to have to try to fight the Seahawks here for Zay Flowers, which I'll come back to in a second, and probably pay Elton Jenkins, and that's probably it. Save the rest of our money for, I don't know what, something. All right, we got our offers, Zay Flowers and Elton Jenkins. Let's see if we get either of them. And the fact that Elton Jenkins is fighting us, probably not. We get Elton. We do not get Zay. All right, we have pick number 11. We got a bunch of different wide receivers. Brian Nowak seems to be sort of the best. I'm not sure what I want to do with Watson, though, because the guy is a superstar now, but at the same time, what do I do with a superstar that can develop? Also, this guy looks insane as a tight end. Don't know the true talent value, but 444 is telling me he could be that guy. So I don't know what to do there. There's almost like Panthers franchise, the offseason we had, but with way better options, right? Like having Nowak and Beard, way better options than some of the options we had at wide receiver. But let's slow sim it, see where we're at. All right, we trade a 4th round pick to move up 2 spots with the Raiders. I think with that pick, we are going to take Nowak, who I think looks pretty damn good. Brian Nowak, please be at least a 76 overall, and preferably hidden. A-plus grade, 13 true talent, and hidden development trade. That's a good pick. I think Watson is a trade piece now. Sweet. Let's go to the end of the round, because unless the tight end's there like start of this round, which he's not, he's all the way at 14, I'm not making a trade up. Could make a trade up for a linebacker, I will admit, but outside of that, I don't know. A couple of decent tight ends as well, but meh. Do you like Terrence Johnson? We need a linebacker. He's fast as hell, so let's see what we can do with Watson to the Texans. Wide receiver has been so weird for them. They seemingly have the best. Oh, they're not going to be able to make this trade. They seemingly have decent wide receivers, and then out of nowhere, they need one again. It feels like it happens all the time. Not going to happen here, though. All right, we trade a 5th and a 7th with Christian Watson and Jalen Warren to the Bears for 35, which, it's not my favorite trade in the world. Hopefully the guy's even there, which he might not be. And he's not. Fantastic. But, Christian Watson's a superstar, 28-year-old with a lot of speed. In a user league, he goes for more than that, even at that age. So say what you will. Do we have any hefty line? 6'1", 225. That works for me. He's slow as hell too. That looks like a linebacker anyways, no? I'm gonna grab and put him in linebacker. 42 true talent. Sadly normal dev, but hopefully he can develop as a linebacker for us. Seahawks give me Seahawks give me more than I was actually bargaining for. I was fine with just a 2nd and 3rd. They're like, hey, you wanna also get a 3rd next year? I'm sure, I'm down. That sounds great. Also, these tight ends are still here. What are we doing? What are we doing out here? Why are these tight ends still here? 458. Does Freiermuth need a contract soon? Because if he does, I'm just saying, we can definitely go Jesse Harris. What else do we have? We have a different safety, Will Holiday. I do need him, but he's slow as hell. Skip the combine. Scout him, because that's the thing. I always miss out on good players because I scout. I'm going to go for Payne. I scout the worst of them because I already kind of like, I like Payne enough to take him, so I don't get to see his true talent. And I get the true talent of some guy I don't really like that much. But Leo Payne, yeah, what a draft pick. I think he will actually start over Elliott. And then here, we're just going to slow sim it a little bit and potentially trade up for a tight end. They're starting to fall a little bit. I'll take a tight end. Best available pick seems worth it here at this point. 1 to 2 tight ends falling this far. Yeah, we're going to trade up with the Jets. And there you have it, a 6 this and a 7 2 years from now to make that trade up. That Harris guy looked pretty damn good to me, so could be the future replacement at tight end for Freiermuth. I like Freiermuth a lot, but he is 28, so we'll see. Jesse Harris, 28 true talent. Oh, normal dev. Oh, that was a wasted pick. Also glad we got Benton back anyways, because We have no DTs at all. Also, I just realized all of our linemen were day threers. Fantastic. Our only guy here is Beckett. Looks like Elton Jenkins playing left tackle. Beckett's our new left guard. Elton Jenkins playing left tackle. We always have a backup plan. Don't worry about it. We're time to look at that draft recap. 77. So actually higher than I thought. I thought 76. Nowak. I mean, I get star dev vibes. Change direction of 91 at 91 speed and 6'2 is actually pretty insane. Let's take a look at that dev. I get star vibes, but I could see superstar. And no. I kind of felt star. Sucks. Then we have Fowler, who is normal dev. What's the block shed? 63. I'm very curious to see what he looks like at Sam linebacker. I'm thinking 69 overall, which I can live with. If he becomes, rookie of the year, I can live with it. Let's see it. He is a 72. He only went down like an overall. Yeah, they definitely intend that, right? They intend him to be a linebacker for sure. Leo Payne, though, very balanced. Will be our starting strong safety for sure. What is that head? It looks like a boulder strapped to his neck. What are we doing? Oh my. The proportions are off. That's like a, at worst, fullback. Or at best, I don't even know. Wait, I can change this? I don't even know you could do this. Wait, heavy body type at 1. Wait, I gotta see this. Hold on, wait a minute. Oh, 280. I swear it said 180. Okay, well, that actually looks... his head still looks too big, honestly. I can't do it, right? I can't... Can I do it? I'll freaking do it, I did. And now we have Jesse Harris, who I am curious to see how he compares to Beard. Beard's got to be at least 89 speed. Let's take a look. So we obviously have the other wide receiver as well, Warner, Zach Warner. 75 overall hidden. He has to be very much so higher dev. Otherwise, this is a sell by the Bears. 3 overall for a guy that already looks worse than ours. And he is. Damn, that is also 2 white wide receivers as the top 2 wide receivers. That's kind of insane, but sure. I forgot about this glitch, dude. Good thing I remember. Oh my lord, what the hell is this? 83 overall with all of that speed. I don't like this. I do not like this at all. Also reminds you in our Panthers franchise, we got to see how that tight end's doing. And X Factor. Ooh-wee, that's not good. I mean, we still took a wide receiver that we really needed. Tight end isn't really someone we needed. So, good draft pick by us. Okay draft overall. All right, season number 3. Here's the team. Offensive line, with Elton Jenkins playing left tackle, looks pretty damn good. Just needs to develop a little bit, especially at right tackle. Dude, I don't understand why we can't develop these linemen. Why? Do I have to put the sliders on 250, 300, max them out? Caleb Johnson, though, even sitting the year, his rookie year, he's actually developed a little bit. 84 overall. That's not bad. Looking at the wide receivers, though, Metcalf's still kind of sitting at 88. Of course, we're going to focus him in a moment. Well, do you focus him or do you focus Freiermuth? Nah, I think you focus Metcalf. Tight end's a little bit easier to draft, and in general, Metcalf with that superstar just means more to me. 89 overall quarterback now, which is sick. Do need to keep, focusing on the linebackers. Of course, Fowler is a starter, but he's on the Sam linebacker spot. Safety-wise, Vallejo, I think he did pretty well. So this is the starting lineup. I just worry about, TJ Watt's the next guy to retire. All right, contracts. Frazier, expensive but worth it. Highsmith, expensive but worth it, I think. Wilson, expensive-ish, maybe worth it. Fautano, I don't know. I really don't. And then the rest, I don't know about. Also, the kicker I signed in free agency was a superstar, by the way. So if he's playing well, which maybe we'll keep him. But it's crazy how much he wants. Just, I'm a superstar. I know what I am. But you're not really playing well. So do you? Hey, X Factor Joey Porter. We'll take it. Not bad. All right, so it is a little bit of a long shot to make the playoffs here, which is kind of funny because we're a 90 overall. But if we win and the Chargers or Broncos or both lose, there is a chance we make the playoffs. I can't remember if we beat I think we beat the Chargers. Let me look. Which we did. So if the Chargers lose this game and we win, we would steal their spot. So obviously we're going to come into this game and try our best. Oh my lord, here we go. To win this game. and potentially sneak into the playoffs as, a super low seed. Here we go for a massive game. The Broncos instantaneously scoring. I don't know if we just threw a pick or what's the story. Apparently, we're just throwing picks left and right out here. 3-21 to start this game out. 24-3. I've just lost like all momentum. I'm all enthusiasm. 16 points, 39. Okay, we got a chance. Enthusiasm's at an all-time low right now. There's that tight end that we could have drafted, didn't, but I like Nowak. You could see he was like the number 1 yards guy. I mean, what do you want from me? Is that Jalen Ramsey getting beat? Nice hit. Oh, could have been picked, although maybe you don't want that. Good defense by Jalen after getting beat. That was, thankfully, a little underthrown. Is that Bajorquez? Who is that? Looked like Stonehouse. On the return, yeah, we're going to let this one go. 9 minutes left, down 16, not over. Come on, Steelers. Wow, 3 straight incompletions. Wow, that's fun. Fun and realistic. Bengals defense, the greatest of all time, obviously, as we all would agree with. Don't really love this play, but hopefully DK can just make one for us. There you go, DK. Perfect throw. Great route. This quarterback is ass. Holy. How? He's in the 90s. What is EA doing with this sim? Huge touchdown, Nowak. And, of course, they don't get the 2-point conversion. Sacked on that play. 6 minutes left. Need to stop anyways, which, since he's running down the field here, like, they're the ones losing. We lost all of our timeouts for that, by the way. So, we either need the onside kick or we have to score just slightly before that 2-minute warning. Which, of course, either way, you play for the onside kick anyways. And good job, guys. Good blocking. That's what we get for putting freaking number 8 on this guy, huh? Farmouth, not the fastest guy in the world, but he's pretty dependable at catching, so we'll see if he gets open down the middle. I have to just take the dump down, which means literally nothing. Fantastic. Spiegel. Some booty, dude. How could he be so bad as a 90 overall? I don't get that. Wilson. It's a pretty good throw. Wilson can't quite get it. Of course, stays in bounds, by the way. Like, obviously, we tried to stay in bounds, but not the whole way. It is what it is. In trouble. Don't catch that. Thank you. Kind of running this coverage into him, but that's fine. We'll see it. Let's go, Metcalf. And it's going to be picked off because our own receiver plays DB against Metcalf. Oh, my. What is this bozo doing? Runs right into him. I mean, just like, what are we doing? Well, that's a GG. I suppose we'll treat this as, well, would we have gotten the stop anyways? And the answer apparently is no. 17-30, the season is over. Better chance of just dude, like, how could you be this bad as a 90+ overall? Like, get off the field. Genuinely. We've been having a little bit of bad luck lately in these rebuilds, so we'll see if we even win one. Of course, the Steelers, with a pretty tough starting point, I think the team has turned it around a lot more than I would have honestly expected by year 3. So year 4 could be the year. You never know, but the way we're playing right now, I don't know. I don't know. Did the Chargers even lose? They did. But they made the play. Wait, what? Wait, what? What do they mean 8th seed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait. They're saying the Chargers are in the playoffs. I want to go over to that team and see what the hell this means. I've never seen that. The Chargers have clinched a playoff spot at the 8th spot. This could, like, screw us over because dude, I can't. Mike Tomlin's going to be gone. I'm not going to do it because Mike Tomlin's going to be gone then. I can't do that. But yeah, Nowak with an insane season. Of course, you could see here we did miss the playoffs. Lost 4 of our last 6, which is fantastic. But apparently Chargers in the playoffs is the 8th seed. I guess they added an 8th seed. Spiegel, though, no more first-round bye. Spiegel, 45 touchdowns, 12 picks, 44 yards, but yet had one of the worst playoff games I've ever seen. If it wasn't for us, it would have been ridiculously bad. Johnson, 1 yards. Really good yards per carry, 5 touchdowns. Moved the scheme around a little bit. Went Falcons, went Chargers, went Chiefs. Nothing really worked, to be honest. It really didn't. But looking at the numbers, Nowak was amazing, like we talked about. Metcalf, Wilson, Freiermuth was worse than I would have expected. Left tackle, Owen Jenkins was garbage. Pass rush, TJ Watt and Highsmith. I mean, that's still good. Just I would have expected more in Sim. The other guys, not bad, especially the DTs. Ramsey, 5 5 interceptions. 3 for Porter, 3 for Payne, who is a rookie, so could win Rookie of the Year. Kicker, we paid him a 2-year. You know, rookie kickers usually don't play the best, so we're hoping year 2 and 3 for him is a lot better. Take a look at the yearly awards. Could have been close to MVP. Yeah, number 5, Nowak, Offensive Player of the Year, let alone Rookie of the Year. Fowler, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Got a couple of dev-ups for sure, which is great. I mean, Fowler's best linebacker in general, so not bad at all. Look at us cook. Just not win-loss, you know, box score cook. Just individual stats, which mean nothing cook. And winner of the Super Bowl is the Texans at 15-2. Oh, where was that with our Broncos rebuild, huh? How about that? Of course, looking at the dev-up, Spiegel goes to X Factor. Not sure he really deserves that the way he played in the playoffs, but did have a sick regular season. Nowak goes to Superstar after winning Offensive Rookie and Player of the Year and Best Wide Receiver. The greatest wide receiver performance of all time. Looking pretty damn good already. 91 overall was that? I think it was. 91 overall, of course, already higher overall than Metcalf. Spiegel obviously going to X Factor. Doesn't surprise anyone. He had a crazy good year. Just horrible playoffs. Like, just horrible. Lost 2, whatever. He lost something. 2 interceptions. Garbage. Wait, who's the Superstar? Oh, Beckett was a Superstar. Okay, we'll take it, obviously. Defensively, Wilson goes to Superstar. Payne goes to Superstar. Porter, we already knew about an X Factor there. And Ramsey at 87 is usable for another year, which is great. But yeah, Leo Payne, 82 overall. Not bad. Superstar development trade. That is a freebie. No Rookie of the Year award win yet. Here he is. And of course, Fowler probably went up a lot. Oh, he really did. That might be like the Will linebacker going into next season, or the Mike, I don't know, something. Dude, this guy is kind of making plays from safety to linebacker. I mean, the team looks good. I don't know how we're not making the playoffs. Just a tough conference/division. But we're trying. We're trying to actually even see if TJ Watt retired. Probably not, but you never know. He's 33 now. Also, Highsmith went to X Factor, right? Paid him a 2-year 64, so that's pretty good timing too. Take a look at the negotiations, though. Harmon, he's probably going to want at least that, but the re-sign interest is green, so it's like, okay, I think as long as he's green, I'm going to hold off. We also only have $36 million left, so money is not as great of a situation as I thought it was going to be, considering we, once again, have a rookie deal quarterback, even if he is super high up there. Either way, quick look at free agency, which is very, very weak. I'm not sure what I even need, though. Keep upgrading linebacker, I guess, and O-line. All right, we're in the draft, pick 12. We're just like always at like 12. Come on, please stop breaking here. We scouted a bunch of different things. DT's probably our biggest need. Got a couple of edge rushers. That is going to be a problem. Highsmith's not that young. TJ Watt could retire next season. DT, though, definitely the biggest positional need. Do I like TJ Hayward enough? Maybe. And then I do have Spitzer, who looks good, but dude, normal devs, he has 45 bench reps. Normal devs come from these type of 23-year-old high-strength guys all the time, and I don't want that to happen again. What do? I really don't know. Let's just go to 12, because obviously I'm not going to move up. And our DTs are gone, so it's literally down to Spitzer if we want him, dude. 23! He looks good. This could be the moment where, like, I change everything, and I'm just like, hey, I don't care that they're 23. I had this really good player once. I'm going to believe in 23-year-olds now. Or there's a moment where I told you. I knew it. Man, I don't know. DT is a need. But so is sort of edge. Let's move down to like 20-something. And there we go. We make the trade. We get a second-round pick. Bronchies. They helped us out a lot. Hopefully they do well. I don't have any ill will towards them. I should have slow simmed that, by the way, because our edge could be gone. Spitzer is gone, but that's fine. He's 23. It is what it is. Finesse, that's already a great sign. 4.67. Great speed. And then LaMontague, who is almost the exact same, just a slight bit worse. So, yeah, I think we're going to take Sears. He's going to be future-proofing our edge position. Just be hidden. I don't ask for much. Ooh. True Talent 7, not bad. Normal dev. I dislike that. I dislike that a lot. I was thinking this is the year where we trade Jack Sawyer, because he's probably worth like a late second, early third. So we'll see what we want to do there. But with this pick, I think we're looking at linebacker. I got a bunch of different linebackers that look pretty decent. They're all pretty fast, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 4.51, 4.52, 4.5. Just look at the attributes and take who we think is the best. Pritchard is also a 3 to 4, so you could probably wait a little bit. Let's take a look at what we got. So Spitzer looks pretty good. Spitzer does look better than anyone else, but he is a 2 to 3. Whatever. Dylan Spitzer. I don't even know where he starts, but maybe over 55 true, which makes sense. But maybe if he's hidden, maybe over Peyton. And he is hidden. Yeah, I think he starts over Peyton. So got him on a 2-year deal there, I think. Or was Peyton Wilson might have been on a 1. I'm not sure, but either way, looks like he has been replaced. And safety, Dansby. I do like this guy a lot. Even as a backup, if not a starter over Vallejo, I don't hate him. Yeah, 44 true, and he's hidden. All right, pretty good pick. Let's go to pick 9 of the 3rd. Okay. Yeah, I wish that edge rusher was hidden, but I don't hate where we're at right now. Day 3 lineman. The guy looks pretty good. Braxton Hopkins could be our future tackle. 59 true, hidden dev. He'll be playing left tackle, right tackle, one of the tackle positions right now. Don't know if he'll actually start, but he'll be a backup for the season. And everyone else is a UDFA, so let's trade down. At this point, this is the usual. Unless someone insane shows up that I didn't really expect, probably going to be just going straight to the draft recap, because this is the traditional, UDFA, probably hidden, low overall, star dev guys kind of stuff. And while he is normal dev, damn, look at the speed of this guy. Hey, hidden dev backup running back, not bad either. Oh, look at this, hidden dev nose tackle. 6'8", hidden dev tight end, why not? All right, draft recap, look at this setup. A 78 overall, though. Bunch of guys, so, reviewing this. Hidden dev, normal, hidden dev, normal dev, hidden dev, normal dev, hidden dev, hidden dev, hidden dev, normal dev. Archer Sears, yeah, he's one of those finesse guys. Definitely gonna be trading off Sawyer for a 3rd, maybe for a 2nd. Because I'll be real, if you're willing to pay that guy, he is worth it. He's already an 81 overall. He's still pretty young. Why not? Why not? What about this guy? Superstar Dev. Okay, 97 is a little weird, but I think he starts over Wilson. Wilson will just be the backup. He can play a bunch of different positions for us. Pass rusher, obviously, as well. Dansby's going to get the start no matter what, too. Hidden Dev versus normal Dev. Vallejo might have had a really good start, but he has not done much since. Please be superstar as well. He is not, but that's okay. Was there anyone we really... Oh, yeah, Spitzer. We want to see the DT. I'm going to have to go through there, find out where he was drafted, which I can't remember, and then back out and look. Everyone else, though, who cares? They're all backups. I guess we'll take a look at the running back. I'm actually kind of curious. Raphael Bowie. Pretty interesting. We had Hodges in the Broncos rebuild, who was an X factor in the 7th round. So I'm kind of curious to see if this guy could be something like that, and he is not. And here's Spitzer, 77 overall. Oh, he's normal. Wow, 97 strength, but we have dodged a bullet here, I think, because you never know, he could develop like a god, but not a bad draft. If only that freaking edge was hidden dev. That'd have been great. And Sawyer to the Bears for a 3rd and 5th. He's 26. He's a little lower than I thought. So if he was 24, 25 like I thought he was, I would have traded him for that 2nd, but nah, 26, that's the trade value, I think. All right, year number 4. We have still yet to make the playoffs. We're an 88 overall at launch here of this season. Do we pay or not pay? Do we 2x Freiermuth? Because he gets, 2 upgrade points if we focus him. I think so, right? 88 overall tight end with a 91, a 90 at wide receivers, quarterback 94. Running back could be a 90 by the end. Almost everyone's a 90 then at the skill positions. Defensively, things have not gone super well. Linebacker, we're putting Spitzer as the starter. I don't care if Wilson's a superstar. He's 29, 28 years old. The progression's gone. Spitzer is a superstar, so our linebacker unit would actually be pretty good and young down the line. I do worry a little bit about these edges, so we'll see what, regression or retirements come up. Safeties, DBs, definitely need a corner. Corner's probably going to be our big focus. I mean, don't get me wrong, our team's not perfect, but is there a team that is? Our lowest overall is 86 on that front page. Seen a couple of 80, well, that's obviously the whole league. But yeah, most teams don't have even close to us, right? Most teams are 84, 83, even 82s. The Chiefs are obviously one of those teams that are a little bit higher. But yeah, I mean, in theory, we are a top 5 team. So give us a playoff berth. That's all I ask. All right, a lot of money, but also I'd imagine a lot of contracts. So Derek Harmon is by far the anchor on the interior of that line, so he's getting a contract. Caleb Johnson has developed pretty nicely. He's been running well. TJ Watt, if he, doesn't want to retire, yeah, you're going to get a contract. Benton, probably gone. Fautanu, definitely gone. And then Freiermuth, I'd like to do a 1 or a 2. Ramsey, we'll see if he's even here still. So we're losing some players to retirement, which is usually not a case, right? We usually run out of money before we run out of youth. That's not the case. So this could be like the year. If we don't win it this year, it could be just a nosedive off a cliff. We'll have to see. Glitched. Wait, did he say no? What were we? Were we not signing? It was John. I don't know why I thought it was Johnson, but no, it was actually no. Well, he said no anyways. I guess it was foreshadowing, but yeah, it was actually the DT. Which okay, fair enough. Freiermuth tried to do a 1 year here. What are we talking? 16. I mean, I think $17 million at 29 is fair. He took it. Of course, getting the +2 with the training camp. Also brought in Warren back. You probably noticed that already. We got a lot of money, so, I mean, we got Spiegel coming up, but TJ Watt for another year, easily affordable. It's just, why would I do it now when he's really interested in joining and he could retire? So we ran out of steam crazily at the end of the season, but, of course, we are still in the playoffs, but there was a legitimate chance there for a while to get the bye week, and now we are not even going to get close to it. Well, I say that, we get the Ravens win there. But yeah, we're the 5 seed. The Bengals, the number 1 seed, 13-4. We lost that game, obviously, unfortunately. I should have actually went into that game and manually played it. Not that it went well last time, but yeah, I mean, what a season. Like, what is this? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-2. Then 9-3, 10-3. Not, it's just win, lose, unfortunately. But we're in the playoffs finally, meaning anything can happen. Spiegel, back-to-back great years. Should have made the playoffs last year. Finally does this year. Nowak was amazing. Over 100+ catches, by the way. Metcalf was pretty good. Freiermuth was amazing. Holloway was okay. Blocking, the guards are giving up more sacks than they probably should. They're guards, after all. Sacks, amazing. Duo almost put up 40. DTs have just completely fallen off, though. Harmon, 6 sacks, 13 tackles for loss is great, but everyone else, not so much. Picks, Queen with 3. Maybe he goes to superstar. He's actually developed better than I thought he was going to. McDonald, missing more kicks than last year, I'm pretty sure. Well, percentage-wise, obviously, for a fact, he missed more kicks, but percentage-wise, looking at yearly awards, number 4, so inching closer to MVP. Nowak almost wins Offensive Player of the Year again. TJ Watt almost wins Defensive Player of the Year again. Offensive Rookie of the Year, no. Defensive Rookie of the Year, yes. Spitzer, crazy good year. QB 3, running back 6, wide receiver 2, O-line apparently not, D-line 2 and 3, linebacker at 5 and 7, DB no, kicker no, well, number 9. So some guys that have come close to winning some awards. 12-5 season. We actually lost to the Jets in the regular season. Is year 4 the magical year, or is this going to be another failed rebuild? All right, here we go. The Jets. Jets starting off with 7. Can we even win a playoff game, let alone win a Super Bowl? 10-0. Okay, we finally get a score. 14-10. Okay, not bad. The 14-13 second half. 21-13. Okay, looking okay. Jets, all they need is a touchdown with a 2-point, which, I mean, I know it's easier said than done, but it's all they need. All they need. This team has left the door open for so long. 4th and 6 now. Can we get the stop? A stop here pretty much seals the deal. Spitzer, pretty good coverage, and that's a really good throw. Good shot to the knees, but the Jets will have more time. We're going to play this thing out. We are going to play this thing out. I don't know if I really like Kent in man coverage. We'll do it. We're doing it. Payne. Okay, I guess I'm stuck on TJ Watt. Goes underneath anyways. Not a great look. No timeout is an interesting call. Not sure what they're saving these timeouts for, but that is quite a bit of clock gone. Patrick Queen not the best in coverage, so we'll use him anyways. And underneath. Huge hit. Forces the fumble, and I think that is a legit one. Which, if that is the case, we win the game and move on to the divisional round. What a hit by Queen. They are letting us sim it, so it seems to be legit. Is this legit? What a hit. Hits him hard, and that ball is coming out well before the elbow is down. Patrick Queen seals the deal. What a recovery as well. I think Derek Harmon was it? I didn't even see. It was. What a play. 21-13 over the Jets. On to the divisional round. That's, hey, progress. Again, I really think the team probably will fall off going into next season because of retirements, but if we can at least win a couple of playoff games, I'll feel good. You know, hey, we could win a Super Bowl, but going into the next season, not feeling like a complete bust of a rebuild, right? Looking at the numbers, though, 2 touchdowns, 0 picks. Daniels, a little incompletion percentage stuff running. Not really much going on either side. Bowie got a touchdown, I suppose. Metcalf was great. Freiermuth, some stuff going on there. Holloway, Caleb Johnson in the receiving game, pretty good. Pass rush, a little bit here and there. Picks none. Kicking, please stop. That drive right there would have meant nothing if he would have hit that field goal. I don't know how long it was, but that cannot happen. We cannot have these types of things hindering our chance at winning playoff games. As we move on to the divisional round, who do we have? The Colts. Okay, we're at home as well. I can live with that. But the Colts did have to upset someone for us to be in this home situation. So let's not treat it too lightly either. Also bring back Heinz. I'm just saying. As we see the Colts start the game out with a 3-point lead, 7-3 now into the second, and there goes the Colts with a touchdown. Huge drive there to make it 14-10, potentially into halftime. Huge drive here by the Colts, though, trying to score before half, and they will not. Let's go back to simming quickly as the Colts will have the ball down 4. We're driving down. We get a field goal, 7-point game. Another chance. Here's the touchdown. Still not over. The Colts with only a field goal, 21-24. The team is choking, driving down nicely, and just penalty, sack, penalty. How does this team choke that hard? I will not know. 4th and 1. Here it is. The game on the line. You get the stop here, you win the game, but let's be real. It's not easy. Gotta be careful. I can't run commit, but I do feel run. And it will be a run. And we get in the backfield, and barring a miracle, are moving on to the championship round. Who else? Queen helping Dansby, I believe, the first on the scene. And we stuff the Colts. Let's see, was Queen actually in on that? I know it showed him there, but yeah, look at us go. I mean, just solidifying that because it is a safety. You never freaking know. Highsmith on it too. Good work. Good work. Again, barring a miracle, we should be moving on to the championship round. And with running success, don't even give them a chance of a miracle with their 3 timeouts to, maybe 30, 40 seconds. That's something. And we win 24-21. I will say, though, it's freaking Justin Fields, man. They're 85 overall, and we're barely winning against them. Choking right at the end. Please stop. Spiegel, though, no picks. Can't really complain. Can't really blame him. Run game has been very inconsistent, though. And by inconsistent, I mean just bad. It's just been bad in general. Interceptions, no. Sacks, not much. Field goals, no miss. We just outplayed them slightly. And we are at home again. All right. Not bad at all. Who the hell do they even play? Oh, they're the ones that took out the Bengals. Who's on the other side? Saints, Packers. I mean, if you're going to win it, there's a chance to do it right here. The Bills. I mean, hey, we got to the championship round. That's already a win for us with some of our track records lately, but I would obviously love to at least make the Super Bowl, maybe win it. But that, of course, is easier said than done. Now, obviously, I want a blowout for us every single time we play, but this would be a hell of a game to have that blowout, which, of course, is not going to happen. We are sneaking by for scores. 7-6 right now, second half. We do get the touchdown with the 2-point. Huge. Huge work. I don't even know who scored it, but good work. Come on, one more score, please. Not the Bills, and they do score. 3rd and 16, we got to come in. This team is, again, choking. Just choking away the game. Like, stop. Need the block. Freiermuth, not the fastest, but hoping. Is that Novak? Nowak, I should say, who's open. It's a perfect throw, and we will score on 3rd and 16. I mean, I saw the blitz. I saw there was no help. And Nowak just cooks. I'm probably saying the name wrong. What a throw, by the way. Fading back like that. They just get lost. And with that, we will give ourselves a little bit of a cushion. Still not over, but at least we got, a safety net, sort of. Come on, Steelers defense. 3rd and 4, 4th and 4. They're going to punt this. Yeah, they're going to punt this. A touchdown, a field goal, anything would win. You got to punt it yourself. I should have came in on 3rd and 5. 4th and 14, they're going to have to punt it again. And that will be it. 2 plays, 65 yards. Caleb Johnson capping it off with a 37-yard touchdown. And we're headed to the Super Bowl with the Steelers. Wow, and then a stop right there at the end of it. Defense came in clutch. The offense finally kind of, supplemented it a little bit. 28-14. And again, we are headed to the Super Bowl against potentially the Packers for a Super Bowl rematch. Spiegel, not great at all. Really not. Caleb, really nice running. Finally, Nowak obviously saving the day. Alex Highsmith, TJ Watt, pretty good games. I mean, the pass rush was crazy good. Some of the other games, pretty lackluster. This one, not so much. This one, they definitely carried. All right, let's see it. Is it the Packers? Would be pretty insane if it was. And it is not. It is the Saints. I'm going to say, because we've had some kind of crazy ones, right? We've had some, like, wow, I can't believe, the Vikings are in the Super Bowl against the Bills of all teams, for those two teams to finally get to a Super Bowl. How do the Saints do it? 38-28, but how? Rattler, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. I mean, a little bit of relevance here because we talked about having, the Saints trading with us because they don't need a quarterback, apparently. They got Rattler, and they did take Rattler. We didn't, make the argument for them. They made the argument for themselves by passing on him and allowing us to trade up. Of course, no dev up for Caleb, which sucks, but Nowak, no dev. Wait, when was he an X Factor? When the hell did that happen? When was that? Did that already happen? I do not remember that at all. Maybe it was last season. I'm not even sure, but either way, he's an X Factor, sure. Freiermuth, superstar dev, huge 1-year deal worth 17, totally worth it in the end here. Massive dev up. Big work there. Anyone else on the offensive side of the ball? No. Defense, Spitzer, the X Factor. Patrick Queen, the superstar. The linebackers are looking ridiculously good right now. This team is back. The defense, the steel curtain. It is shutting on these defenses right now. Look at this. I mean, it is actually really impressive. I know Jalen Ramsey's kind of not a shell of himself, but he's, he could use some work. But yeah, the team looks good. Did Brian go up in dev, or did he just not play enough snaps? I mean, I get it's a 3-4, but I had him as the number 3 and then the number 1 in the nose tackle spot and all that, but sure, I guess, whatever. Team looks good, though. Can we win a Super Bowl? We're going against the Saints. 4 overalls on them. We're technically an away team. Come on, don't lose to the Saints. Please, Pittsburgh. And here we are. Pittsburgh, New Orleans. Winner is Super Bowl champion. Let's hope it's us. Starting off not so good. Their defense outplaying our team. 7-7. I think they were expected to score first, right? They were the ones that had the ball first. Defense is doing so much work right now. 14-7. Offense just got to do better. Fourth quarter, it is, I don't know if it's their ball. It is their ball. This team, dude, this offense is just some complete, utter garbage. I genuinely don't understand how they suck so much. There's no way any other team is as good as us on offense. It's a run. This is bad for us. Although we could blow it up, and we don't. Brooks taken down. We just can't let them score a touchdown here, dude. We gotta make it a field goal only, otherwise you're just going for the tie pretty much. Spitzer, let's see it. They're gonna run it again. Spitzer can't catch him, but a really good tackle attempt to the edge. 3 yards gained. I don't know why we're celebrating that. Is that really a great play by us? I don't think so. 3 yards is on par here. And over the middle, again, 3 yards is on par, especially when you get 5 afterwards. We got 4 receivers. I mean, you kind of have to bring something. Somebody needs to get in there. You got a pretty good edge, obviously. And they're going to blitz. They're going to run and right into a blitz, which is going to lead to a field goal. Playing it maybe too conservative. We have 3 timeouts. Field goal ties it back up. Touchdown potentially wins it. Only 3 minutes left. I can't imagine you give them time to operate. And do we play this? I mean, we have not been perfect. We have been far from it. We threw a pick in the first playoffs we got to. And there you go. No, it wasn't the playoffs. It was a regular season game. All right, I'll try to run the ball. Why not? Caleb's not that fast, but he will get out there. Stiff arm, I can't believe that didn't work. We gained 6. Terrible run game. Yeah, we got time. Field goal, again, ties it back up, so don't want to do much to risk at least tying it, right back up. Is that Caleb running that? That is crazy, no? Again, I really hate trucking these days in Madden. It's just not good, in my opinion. Really wish we had Nowak on that Freiermuth look. That is a wide-open Nowak who could be second level here. It's a linebacker on him. What are they doing? We decided about not thinking they're going to get time to play here, but they definitely will. Worst part is it's not even a guaranteed score. Free play? And nope. Going to be a false start by the guard. Fantastic. Fake snap one damn time with this team, and of course it's a penalty. Obviously it is. Oh, look at that. Who is this? What a catch. Don't go to bounds. Did he go to bounds? He did not. They're not calling a timeout here, though. We're going to go with mesh again, but the double mesh. So the double drag from the tight ends. Is that Harris they got it last time? Not a bad play. They're letting a lot of clock run here. I don't know why. No matter how you play this, you could get the ball back, right? I mean, you could and you will get the ball back if you played the clock. Just the AI making a bad decision because of the coding again, I think. Not the codeine, but the coding. And that's the same word sounding, by the way. I don't know what I'm talking about. As Freiermuth scores the potential game and Super Bowl winning touchdown as time is damn near expired. I don't know how they got lost, but there was just nobody on him. There was two guys covering. I think it was Metcalf. No, it was Nowak again, and they got lost completely. I think it was Justin Reed's fault. And we will score what, like I said, likely is the game winner. I don't trust this game at all. We are going out on the field. We are preventing every single freaking play. Playing over top. I don't care how close you get for a Hail Mary. You can have it. You can absolutely have the underneath every day of the week. And that is a pretty good look, admittedly. But I don't care. You are still not going to beat me over top. That's your plan. Try to beat me over top. Set it up underneath like that. So, oh, he's got to play underneath now. No. Good throw to the outside. They're setting up a pretty good drive here, dude. If this was for a field goal, they would have cooked. Beyond cooked, as they're, very, very close here. But again, you have to play like that. Edge doesn't get there, and Rattler is going to take off. And despite his efforts, lose the Super Bowl on a scramble from 43 yards out. How EA thinks that's acceptable in 2025, I'll never know. That's arguably not acceptable in 2005, which, of course, probably doesn't happen in that game because it was a good game. Regardless, though, we're back on the W train as we win the Super Bowl with the Pittsburgh Steelers, a team that just, they have no, experience with the Super Bowl ever. So obviously, this is, I'm glad to give them a taste of something they've never achieved before. Clearly, as, what a Super Bowl is this, 45? At this point, that was really a weird number to drop, by the way, because it sounds like I said Super Bowl 45, not the 45th Super Bowl that they've won. Interesting. Anyways, you don't have to deal with my yap much longer. That's all I can say. We clutched up. We usually don't clutch up, so it's nice to actually deliver once in a while, as the white man could play. I wanted to put him at 87. We just didn't have it available, so I was like, okay, whatever, put it at 15. So be it. As we are going to take a look at the stats of this one. Take a look at some of our upgrades and call it a rebuild. Finally. Positive, right? Spencer Rattler, ironically enough, they could have had Spiegel, chose not to, and Spiegel's the one to beat him with an arguably better performance. I mean, it's not arguably. It is a better performance, but, completion percentage, yards are a little lower, so it's kind of like, well, maybe the Saints just aren't ready. They just don't have as good of a team, perhaps, but, yeah, I don't care. I don't care what they are. They're losers. We won. Benton, 3 sacks. Harmon, 2 sacks. The DT's coming alive with 5 sacks in the Super Bowl, and their kicker missed 2 feet. Okay, well, good thing this is the final season, because then I can do one little thing. I do not care that they were from 50+. Bye-bye. Of course, if we had a year 5, I would not be doing that, but, yeah, since the rebuild is over, I don't mind memeing, because, holy crap, he does deserve to be sent off. Like, literally, just put him in jail. Zach Frazier, what a development story here. Really good at pretty much everything. Pass block power is his worst, which is 83, which a lot of guys would love to have the high pass block power. And then, of course, Nowak is that man. Let's take a look at his numbers. Yeah, pretty balanced across the board. Not even a guy that we focused with the training camp, just pure AI upgrading. They actually developed him into a very balanced, well-rounded guy. Metcalf, obviously, still really good despite being 31 years old now. And then, of course, we do have Caleb Johnson, 90 overall, which is fantastic. He got his juke move up. We upgraded him a little bit with the trucking and stiff arm with our upgrades we got from training camp, but the AI was on the elusive back train. Try to get him back on the power back, but he's, one of our most balanced running backs, which is very rare. Freiermuth upgrades, no deeper route at all, but that's fine because, again, that's how I like to develop the tight end anyways. And then Spiegel, 97 overall. Pretty good at everything but break sack. Break sack, throwing the run's a little iffy, but overall, very good but break sack. Then we look at the defense side of the ball where I don't care too much about Dansby, to be honest. Highsmith, very solid. Do I really care too much about TJ Watt? He's already he's been a 95 plus his entire time, but sure, why not? Look at him. What a talent that guy is. Then we look at Spitzer, 84 overall X factor. The guy has the highest ceiling in the league. Crazy he's wearing number 97 as an off ball, but, I'm not really worried about it. Patrick Queen we talked about, very bad coverage, but, well, his zone's okay, but yeah, his block shed is definitely better than his zone. Again, trying to do the field general, which I don't think he was that archetype. I think they were just upgrading his run stopper, which is, again, I wish you could set the archetype because it is a lot of time consumption to manually upgrade every single time, especially with how slow the menus are and all that. So it'd be nice to actually set the archetype because I would just go field general every time for middle linebacker. For corner, I do, maybe 5 years of man, 5 years of zone, whatever. But that's obviously not the way it is. Joey Porter Jr., or Joey Porter now, apparently. 88 overall, very good press man. Zone's a little iffy, but obviously looking pretty good. Decently balanced, balanced enough. And then DTs, I'm not a huge fan of, we'll look at Benton. 84 overall is not great, but he's a good block shedder. 90 block shed's not bad, actually. He's actually pretty good. And then, of course, Derek Harmon, the heart and soul of the DT spot. 89 overall, and pretty similarly built, just a bit stronger and all that. A little smarter, maybe. And that is going to be that. What was the time of possession? Because I swear we were up and down the field without scoring a lot. And we were not. So we actually made our plays count. It was actually them. So maybe I was just thinking it was them up and down the field. I'm not sure. But yeah, that is going to be it for this quote-unquote realistic style rebuild of the Pittsburgh Steelers. I actually don't have a team in mind next. I'll give you a list of the teams. I don't really have a, for sure team in mind, though. But as of right now, I would say in order of what would be next, Colts, Jaguars, Saints, Titans, Niners, and then Dolphins, I think. I don't know if I repeated any teams, but let me know which team you'd like to see next out of those the most. Maybe a challenge rebuild. Let me know that. If you ended up enjoying the video, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell notification all so you know when the next video is up, which should be on Friday. Probably a Borderlands video tomorrow on the second channel, PKR Plays, so check it out if you're interested in that. Follow me to Twitter at Jeromepkr, and that is it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys come back for next video, but until next video,